FLHAs. Okay. So once again, that's our forms. Everything is here. And then as you're playing with this, I just want to let you know, let's go back to FLHA. This is how, when you are active on the system, you will actually upload a record. Please do not upload any records while you are playing with this, okay? Once we get to the point, I will set up um, a test document for you to upload because obviously they go into the system and it would take a great deal of time for me to manage. Well, there's 29 of you, plus if you do 3 or 4 documents, to manage those and to take them out of the system. So just a quick lesson is, so everything you want to open and look at, you press on this side. If you were going to upload it, you would press this. Here's the window right here, and you click on it. You go to that folder wherever you saved it, okay, and you click on it, and it literally opens, and it will go through. Because this is a fictitious employee, I will just grab one of these and I will open it. It's getting it. Here it is right here. And then there's date, where it came from, attach an incident. If it is an incident, I will explain this to you as we go. And then it actually gets saved and sent. I'm actually not going to do that, of course, because it goes to the system, but that's how it works. Okay. So just a reminder once again, for the next little while, just get yourself familiar with the documents. Go ahead. Feel welcome to fill them out and save them, and then you can email me and actually send me one if you have any questions about the one you filled out, those types of things. So that's forms. Training, online courses. So these are courses that I have assigned to individuals. So when you press in your porthole online courses, it'll be the courses that have either been developed by Bearscare or other courses that we've taken from somewhere else, and it'll be in here. And then if it's on here, it is required. Okay, so you can go in, do this course online, and it comes up. You can start your lesson, take your quiz, start your lessons, take your quiz. Just for your information, some of the ones that I'll put online, you can actually challenge the quiz. If I believe that you have the knowledge or it's something that is general knowledge, you can go in and challenge it. And the nice thing about this is, once you've done this, you can print off a wallet card if you would like to carry a wallet card, or a wall certificate if you'd like to hang in your wall. The important thing to note that anything that is in this system, once you completed the course, it will automatically put it into your portal or your profile that you have completed this course, and the certification will actually come up. So very, very neat system, because we're trying to get away from paper with most companies, and the type of job we do. Obviously, we do not want to carry paper out in the field. So very, very neat system. So you may question which courses. Fire safety. On all the sites we're on, either the Bearscare vehicles have fire extinguishers in them, or we are in other vehicles that have fire extinguishers in them, or we're in buildings or near areas with fire extinguishers. That's why we're all required to take this course. It's a 21-minute course. It is just an introduction, but it works. Okay. Certificate tracking. So obviously this is a brand new employee, so I have not filled in any certificates for this employee, but all the ones that are required for your position will be in here. So actually, when I go in and set these up, I will only assign the certificates that are required for you as an individual in here, so you won't have to worry about that. Obviously, because this is a test employee, I put absolutely everything in here. So the whole thing is yeah, you have to go through and you can fill this. Now, I had most of you give me copies of your certificates. I'm obviously extremely busy, guys, with teaching classes and also completing this system. So if there is anybody out there that has scanned their certificates and is able to help me put them in the system, I would appreciate that. I will be working behind the scenes as well, and I will, if I get to you and open up your profile from the back end and I realize you're missing some certificates or something, I will go in and do that. But for anybody that can help me out and put a certificate in, I would truly appreciate that. So let's do an example here. Oh, I just want to make another note. Dan mentioned the other day that if you're driving Bearscare vehicles, we will require your Bearscare, or sorry, your personal driver's license and perhaps an abstract. We're just checking with our insurance company to see if that is required this year. So you're going to put in a certificate. So let's take, for example, Course of Fire. For those of you who did the Course of Fire, I I will be putting these ones in, so you know. So anything that you don't have physical certificate, don't worry about it. I'm not doing these ones in paper, I made them all electronically, so I will put these in for you. So as an individual in your own portal, what you can do is upload a new certificate. So really, really neat here. So the endorsement is, and the instructor's name. So this, in this case, would be Dan. Yes, for those in your background, you are correct. I am a two-finger typer. Okay. Any special notes we would put in here. So condition-wise or anything like that, or anything we want. So it's Course of Fire certificate number. So it is strictly a Bear Scare certificate. The date that it was issued. So for most of you guys that shot, we did this on March 2016, 31st. So there it is, the expiry date. So we are going to expire these in 1 year to for our clients. That's what they requested, March 31st. So it is 1 year, and you will get a notification when this is coming due. I've set it up in the background. I believe it's 2 months notice on this certificate. So once again, I'm just going to sneak out of here for a second, guys. Go back to your dashboard. You will get a reminder right here that your certificate is coming due, and you can put in a request for it. Okay, so we'll go back to training. We'll go back to certificate tracking, and I should have thought about that. It didn't save it, so quickly, Course of Fire, upload certificate. Okay, Course of Fire certificate number. So all this doesn't matter. So, but you guys just remember to fill this in. So once again, you did it on March 31st. Okay, your expiry date is 2017, March 31st. If you do not remember the expiry date, don't worry about it. I have to approve these certificates before they go in anyway. So, Dan Legrander, okay, Bear Scare. So browse your computer. Okay, so I happen to know that I put one on my desktop, I believe. Yeah, right here. It's a Bear Scare class, but this one will work. So once you click on it, so wherever you've scanned these to, you just will go into your scan folder and click on it. Just for those of you who don't do it much, just a reminder, when you scan them, it will give it a number as opposed to a name. So when you scan them, each time you scan them, just give it a quick name, and then they're easier to find. So that's the certificate I want. I open it, and boom, it drops it right into place. Please save. If you do not save, as you saw with me a couple minutes ago, it won't go. So save it. And there it is. Okay, so it has been saved, and then it'll come as a notice to me, and I will go in and I will approve this. Right now, there's your certificate name, your issue date, your expiry date. It's waiting for approval. So if I go in as the administrator, obviously I will approve this, and your certificate is good. So once again, back to certificate tracking. Any of you that have any certificates that you can put in would be a great help for me. We have 29 people, 30 including Techie Bear on the site, so I have a lot of information to put in here. So if you can enter this for me, guys, this would be absolutely great. When you go into your certificate tracking, it will let you know that it's waiting, and you're more than welcome to send me an email and go, hey buddy, I put that in there, why haven't you approved it yet? Okay, awesome, guys. That's certificate tracking. Procedures. So these are the procedures that you need to do prior to training. So in each procedure, so this was the Course of Fire that most of you did on the weekend. These are the items that are required. Obviously, glasses, helmet, we should have had. Earmuffs, we all did. Gloves, depending on the job, boots, etc., so forth, and visual vests. So those are the items that I've recommended for it. Okay. So once again, this one here, prior to doing this, if the website had been up, what you guys would have done is you would have went in and reviewed this document, so you could have been prepared to go. Once you reviewed it for 30 seconds, it comes up, the date that you reviewed it, and you can actually either move on to your next procedure right here. This will come into me, and I know that you've read the document, and I know that means that you are prepared to go to come do your Course of Fire. In this case, as you're aware, we print them off so you could read them prior to, and then you could actually go to your next procedure. and your next procedure pops up. So this is the Bear Awareness and Response for Wildlife Specialists and Monitors. This document is one that Dan prepared a few times. I believe the latest version is 2006. There have been some amendments in it, but yes, this is a requirement that you go through this. We once again appreciate the expertise and professionalism we have of people, but once again, we want to make sure that you completely understand our Bear Awareness and Response training, our type of training. So go through this document, and yes, I have added, this one is a 20-minute read. So please go through and review this. It is you have to do this for bear scare procedure, so please go through it. So going back to procedures and bear spray use is just a review basically of what we did for those of you that are in the course. So go through this and it'll give you, it'll recap the information that we went over with on the weekend. And yeah, this one here is 180 seconds, so 3 minutes. So just go through it. Okay, you're welcome to send me comments anytime and go, Marshall, is a pretty easy document, and you know, I don't think 3 minutes is necessary. I'll take that in, but we don't all read at the same level. Basically, guys, what I've done is I put a minute per page is what I've decided to do to go through. Okay, so that's procedures. Competencies. Here are the competencies that are required. Okay, competencies is something that is assessed by somebody. Okay, so you've either, well, obviously Dan has your background and your information. You've gone through the courses. You've read everything. So then once you have these, Dan or myself, depending on who it is, we will go in and we will assess you. So the whole thing is for example, with bear scare orientation, you can actually choose an assessor. This will not be necessary for the ones you put in, and I recommend that you choose me as opposed to Dan. Okay, so it's not something he wants to do. Obviously, I was testing this new system as well, so you can actually put in, and if you put in what you want as to management involvement and commitment. So this is our commitment to go in, right? You've read and understood it, right? And send it through, and then what we will do, guys, is we will actually give you, we will actually assess you on this situation, and you'll be good to go. Okay. Training competencies. Okay. So just go through all these. Anybody that took the course of fire, bear scare training, orientation and stuff, I will be going in the next few days, myself and Dan, and we will make sure that you get credit for these courses. So don't worry about this much. This is us assessing you to say that we believe you are competent as an employee to complete these tasks for us. Okay, orientations. These are orientations that we set up. Our orientation will never be an online orientation. We believe it has the value there, and we always get questions that we'll want to do it. But for example, if you are going up to do some work up north and you need to be on a helicopter to go take a helicopter, and there are online courses for you for Bell helicopters, for example, I'll actually put this in here. You will take the online course to show that you have taken the Bell helicopter training, and then there's one less thing that you have to do when you go up to Fort McMurray, or you're prepared to go do the job prior to doing it. So any outside orientations